Hello everyone. Whoa, hello. My sound's all funky. Okay, hello everyone. This is Crota giving you a shoutcast on one of my games. This is from the StarCraft 2 beta, and this is game 4 in my lineup right now. I am the blue human player spawning over here at the 2 o'clock position of Kulas Ravine. The spawning locations are the 2 o'clock, the 4 o'clock, just one in every single corner. And this particular map was shown on, I believe, a Battle Report 2 where David Kim built a command center right here and then floated it up into here against a Protoss player. So you'll see me doing that in just a little bit right now. This particular game, I'm going to go ahead and try to do the same typical strategy. There is a very narrow choke point here. I'm going to set up a wall in here in order to be able to protect my main base. Now putting down that supply depot, and in fact right now we have a pylon now being warped in. So that pylon now being warped in, and Envy currently is the opponent right now. Envy now going to go out and scout with that probe. So a probe now scouting out in a counterclockwise direction, and it's going to quickly find me. Unfortunately, I'm going to be scouting in the counterclockwise direction as well, and I will not be scouting, and I will not find him as quickly as he finds me right now. So here comes my SCV scout. I don't think my SCV scout catches sight of him. Oh, just not enough. No line of sight right there. Otherwise I would have caught it, or I should have been able to catch it if I watched my mini-map. Probe quickly comes in, gonna go out and quickly look around, sees into the inside of my base, and going to just try to push around just a little bit more. Do I get any guys off of the SCV line? No, don't bring any guys off my SCV line in order to try to take that down. Probe is able to escape out, no real issues. SCV is going to come out here, be able to scout out this position, realize that there is no one here, and then quickly try to come back in a different direction, realizing that he wouldn't have been able to find me as easily. Very nice by Envy. Envy setting up a quick proxy pylon over here just in case he gets warp in, and also to be able to keep track of this particular mineral expansion. I do not notice this pylon for quite some time. A pylon warping in, and there it is, the completed pylon in that position right now. Over here in the command center now getting some additional, now building a refinery. Getting gas is very important. You need your gas early in StarCraft 2, especially for those reactor cores and for those tech labs. Those tech labs opening up to what I'll call the 1.5 tier units, the Marauders, the Reapers, or the 2.5 units, the siege tanks right there. Also right now we have a warp in, we have a photon cannon and a gateway. So Envy trying to play it safe right now and setting up with that gateway and that single photon cannon to try to protect that front door. And I think I do scout this out, and I see this. So this SCV sitting down here, just realizing that there is no Vespian gas at this point, so he is going to be going very heavy on Zealots this early right now. I have an SCV trying to take down the single probe. Let me go ahead and show up the hit point. Hit point display right now, and SCV now trying to fight against that single probe. Probe down to 5 hit points, and down it goes. And now I'm going to go ahead and try to move that SCV back out. Single probe trying to pull off in the pursuit, and I'm going to be able to just hide back up here to that north hand side once again. I see these destructible rocks, and I forget that this is one of those where the expansion is on the north hand side. I think this is a back door, but this is actually a double back door where there's destructible rocks here and here as well, so that's a little bit more difficult to find. Also, we have Envy setting up probes just all over the place, so Envy's leaving probes all around the map just in order to be able to extend the game a little bit more, just in case his main base does go down. Not the best strategy. Also, and as we'll see later right now, single pylon now down here. Right now I have a tech lab now. I am producing Reapers, so just trying to get as many Reapers as I can. This is a perfect seal. SCVs will have a really hard time of trying to get through here, and it took me a little bit of time before I even realized that that was even an issue. Right now we have double cannons and a single cannon over here, and we have a single Zealot trying to destroy the destructible rocks right here. Not perhaps Envy wants to destroy these destructible rocks in order to get to the high ground and set up an expansion. But also we have Envy setting up expansion over here to the bottom left hand corner with that single probe. So Envy already off the ground, already trying to set up an expansion over here at the starting location at the 7 o'clock position right now. And right now I currently have 2 Reapers and I'm getting this 3rd Reaper right here. And if you guys have not heard, or I have 3 Reapers getting a 4th Reaper, if you guys have not seen my 1st or 2nd battle report, these are the Reapers. The D8 charges are actually very different than I originally thought. The D8 charges are not like spider mines at all. Oh yeah, I'm setting them in expansion. They are a passive ability that the Reaper uses in order to attack buildings in this particular build, and you're gonna see just how devastating these Reapers are going to be. As these Reapers now move across the map right now, and as soon as you know that they are going to be delayed in gas, if they're delayed in gas, they are not going to get those Stalkers in time to really be able to counter out any units right now. So here comes the Reapers coming in, and now I see those Zealots. Those Zealots are now trying to destroy those destructible rocks. I'm going to now come in, set up in position, and then just try to dance on that ridge and now focus down that Zealot. Zealot quickly gets taken down to the focus fire of 4 Reapers, and now going to focus down that Zealot one more time. Another Zealot getting taken down so quickly. And now watch here as I just come in here and just destroy this mineral line. Those probes just desperately trying to run away. And look at those D8 charges. 1, 2, 3, and probe already gone. I think that's just a little bit too powerful already. Looking at how strong those Reapers are. Reapers now trying to take down that pylon. Another pylon may go down, and here comes those probes. Probes coming in, dealing a lot of damage towards those Reapers. But if you go ahead and look at the final unit counts, we have 16 probes against my 24 SC Veebs right now, so I definitely have the army advantage at this point. So unit losses, right now 13 units lost versus my 5. Total resources 400 versus 200 at this point. So yeah, very, very nice display up here in the top left hand corner, keeping track of everything as the game happens. Right now, unbeknownst to me though, Envy does have this expansion already up on the bottom left-hand corner. I do in fact have a command center here, but because I haven't destroyed the destructible rock shit, I have not been able to move any units up, and that was just going to cause me a little bit of mining time right now. So I should start producing SCVs in just a moment, just trying to keep track of everything. I am using the orbital command, I am using the mules. You see the mule right there, just trying to gather as many minerals as they can, and now I'm using the seed tank to try to destroy these destructible rocks. It is considered a structure, so the Reapers do in fact deal that full 40 damage towards those towards that destructible rocks right there. And also the siege tank deals an additional 10 damage. Isn't that kind of funny? The siege tank deals less damage than those Reapers per shot against those destructible rocks right there. Another Reaper now coming in, gonna go ahead and try to finish that off, and I will be able to start sending in SCVs to that high ground in order to try to get some additional mining in right now. This one supply depot is actually going to cause me a little bit of problems. I think that this crack right here is big enough in order to send siege tanks through. It is in fact not. So just another thing to note: if your siege tanks get lost and can't figure out where to go, it's most likely because you need to lower one of your supply depots. So this next attack is going to take a little bit longer. And Marines and Reapers now just trying to gather up here out the front right now. Front door having a couple of photon cannons and still set up. And am I going to set up more Reapers? I don't think I'm going to set up more Reapers. I think I'm just trying to push out, trying to figure out why these siege tanks are not moving into the position that I want right there. And at some point I realized that it is in fact going to be those supply depots now moving out those Hellions as well. So currently I have a reactor factory in addition to a tech lab factory. And if you remember from my first game, I'm not quite sure what my opponent is going. He may be going Stargates and Void Rays, and if he is in fact going Void Rays, that's going to be very bad for me. Envy now setting up more expansions to the top left-hand corner as well, so trying to out-expand, but trying to take such large control of the map can never be a good thing, as if you try to take so much of the map, your army is just going to be spread so thin, so many points of interest to just try to keep a hold of and keep track of the whole entire game right now. And now siege tanks have been moved out. I did lower all these supply depots over here, so we have this single barracks and that tech lab now right in here, and we have double refineries now being built as well, producing more SCVs, just trying to saturate this mineral line over here to the natural expansion right now. Now I'm going to go ahead and push in And once again, the siege tank, the siege mode, the hotkey is E, and the tank mode is D. So if you see a little bit of a stumble or mix up in terms of trying to siege and unsiege my tanks, that is why. So here I am sitting at the front door, going to go ahead and move in some additional siege tanks and some Hellions as well. Hellions moving very, very quickly. Stay tuned for part 2 of this replay, and yeah, thanks for listening so far.